All right, guys. Let me just first show you here some some theory about the nose that we forgot to show you. Here we have let me see. Yeah, some visual illustrations for the nose made by George Bridgman, and here you can clearly see. That the nose we already saw that the nose is made by this part, which is the nasal bone, as we said in the beginning. This part here is actual the nasal bone, which will be like in this region here, which is a bony part, is more harder and not soft and like the cartilage part. So we have this first part, which is very rigid, and then we have this other part here, which is all soft. Uh, Here, what do we have? We have the nose separated in three parts, three cartilages. Actually, four, because of the septum in the middle, but we can clearly see three cartilages here. We have this first one, which is um, between the nasal bone and this part here, which is the wing, and also the lower lateral, and this one will be called upper lateral. Okay, let me show you here the the notes from Bridgman. Yeah, like here. Right, so here you can clearly see that this first one in the middle, which will be in this region here, we're gonna have upper lateral cartilage, it's called this way, and then we have the lower lateral cartilage, which will be in this format here, you know, just like this, and it goes from the inner part, and then we're gonna have the lower lateral, the wing cartilage, so it's this part here. So we can clearly separate the nose by three parts, like 3/3 as well. So we can see like oops, sorry, this one was more from here, here, and here. Okay, so generally we're gonna have like the same 130, 130, and 130 of the height, you know and then we can separate this the same distance, and from between we're gonna have the distance of barely the eyes distance, or the eyes can get closer or far. It will depends a little bit of from each person, but it will kind of be the same like this, as we saw that in the Andrew Loomis proportion here, this first one. Okay, and this will be actually the structure for the nose, and then we can if we try to make some planification, it would looks more like, if I use my damp standard brush with a Z-add mode, I can draw here some borders for making it square. Like in planification, I can even use my H polish to planificate. This is just for illustrating for you, but just for you understanding what is happening here in the nose, because I felt it was too fast, and even it's more course focus on the anatomy of the body. It's nice to have a better explanation of these features there. I would actually do this with the model of the head that we're gonna make it, but I decided to do it already in this model here because it was too fast, the explanation, so not so easy to understand. But well, it's just like this. Look, this would be a very forced blocking of the nasal bone, and not nasal bone but the nasal format. Okay, so you can understand that this part should be manageable, like a softened piece, as well this other part here and this other here. Okay, the wing, the lower lateral, the upper lateral, and then the nasal bone, right? So I'm gonna leave it first like this, and then after we can refine it in a more organic way when we make the full facial structure. Okay, and just to finish it with the nose, we said that we have 4 cartilages for the nose, and then the fourth will be in the middle, the septum, which is supposed to be here. You know, it will be a cartilage like going through this part here, a softened cartilage here, and sometimes we have to make a surgery because it's not well located, and yeah, that's it. So here we have the nose, and now let's go for the eyes. The eyes, what we have here is, what is good to remember is that we have this concave part in this region, concave, and in this region we have this convex part, right? The eyes is very important to know the overall format, which will looks kind of barely a diagonal, and you know, let me explain you. This is just a half, sketchy, so I'm not going really further with this, but because it's better to when we have the full head sculpting, but just in order to show you how it works. One thing that you have to pay attention is just this. We have this concave part, and almost going to the middle we're gonna have this convex part, which will drops over the eyelids, and the eyelids is very important to have a nice flow and a nice shape, a nice drawing for the eyes. We're gonna have so many variations, but you know, the average format will be something like this. You know, they have this entrance for the lacrimal, and then we're gonna have a plane just like in this direction, and then like this, and then a bigger plane like this. And from this part we're gonna have a plane more like this shape, and this and this. I said it diagonal because we can relate this axis like this, you know. It will be more like a if it were like this, it will be more a tilted axis like this. Okay, and then here we're gonna have the shape for the iris and everything. But one thing that is important is to pay attention on the difference of the eyelids. The eyelids should be thick enough to make the shadow project the shadows in the eyes, like here. Okay, this will be a part in shadow. And then we have to pay attention to the eye bags. The format of the eye bags will also follow that shape we said. And after the eye bags, we're gonna have all this region here, which is called I don't actually remember the scientific name, but it's always nice to have this separation here and pay attention of this, because this will be part of the eyelid and this will be part of the eyelid as well, and this will be like a softened mass. Okay. Good. So let's also append the ear over here, so we can better understand where it's located and how is its shape. So here we're gonna add a cube. It doesn't matter if it's a cube or not, or a sphere. I don't know. Just need to be a form. And as we said, where is the location for the ear here? As we said here in the blocking of the head, we're gonna have the ear just located in this two axes that we said in the beginning, and right behind the jawline. So here we have the axis in the middle, and we have the other axis in the middle for that sphere we created, do you remember? But notice that this sphere has been elongated, so we have more space like in the front in this way. So the cranium has to be more profound in this axis, like this, you know. So we have that axis in the middle, and right behind we have this first axis for the first 130, right? So we have this and this, which will always mark the base of the nose, the base of the zygomatic, and also the base of the back of head. And here we're gonna have the line for the eyebrows, right? And then the ear is gonna be located just right here, just behind this first vertical axis here, where in the front we're gonna have the jawline, and in the back we're gonna have the ears. Okay, so for the ears, what we can say is the ears is basically another cartilage. So, and its format will kind of reminds interrogation, you know, kind of an interrogation like this, but we're gonna have some specific forms which I like to remember the shape of numbers, you know. So here we're gonna have kind of a 9, invert a 9, the number 9, and inside we're gonna have kind of a Y shape, a Y with its tilted tail like this, and then we're gonna have some structures here that is called the tragus and antitragus. No, the tragus, which will be this part here, and the antitragus. Let me first sculpt it, and then you guys gonna understand it better, right? So let me show you. Here I'm gonna start to use my Dynamesh just to have a better resolution, and then I can start by creating a contour line like this, and then in this part I will have less volume, I'm gonna start to make more like this, you know, the shape of the question sign. No, I don't actually really know the name. This symbol here, right? Question sign. I don't know, interrogation. In Portuguese it would be like interrogation, point of interrogation, but I don't really know exactly the name. How do we call it in English? But all right, so here let me raise up the resolution of Dynamesh, and good. I can carve it like this shape, and then let me I'm gonna enable my back face masking, which you can always enable it here in brush palette, auto masking, and backface mask, which is here. Brush palette, auto masking, and backface mask. This button here, because as this surface is it becomes to be very thin. Once we use the clay buildup brush, if we carve like this, it maybe can start to, you know, to get the opposite face by depending on the surface. In this case, didn't get the other side, but you know, here we got the other side. So yeah, let me show you. Maybe, I don't know, if we leave it very thin, the thickness of this, and then we use the clay buildup. Yeah, not yet. But you guys should know, if we have very thin structure and we use the clay buildup brush like this, yeah, just because I'm trying to show you guys, it's not working. Yeah, you know, this worked here. So once it's because I had the backface mask turned on. If I turn it off, look what it happens. Okay, it got the back face, and I clearly don't want it, so I turn on back face masking, and even if I'm using a very thin surface, it tries to not get the back face. Okay, let's go back. And here let me show you a little bit of the shape of the ears. Here will be the Y shape that I said. The Y shape. This will be the hole in the middle, and then over here we can make this shape like this, you know, kind of a bull with some horns, but in the middle we remove the volume, and then here we're gonna have the hole for the ear. All right, so look, once I smooth it, what we're gonna have it. I will try to show you guys. Here we have the 9 shape in the contour. Okay, this 9 shape. Then we have the Y shape in the middle, the Y shape in the middle, and then we have the bull shape, which will be the tragus, the name of this this portion here. This will be the tragus, and here in this region will be the antitragus. Oops, antitragus, right? And here in the middle we have space between. So yeah, I'm gonna continue with the ear in the next lesson as it's saving right now, okay?